Hi everybody, it's Yvette and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different, non-beauty related, but more DIY related. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys, and it's how I decorated my tree for Christmas 2014. So I will be sharing you guys my tips and tricks on what I do, the little things that make a difference. It's so simple once you kind of get the hang of things or see how somebody else does their little things to make their tree so special. So I really wanted to share it with you guys, and this year I'm sticking with the same theme I did last year, and it's keeping the browns and the golds, a little bit of red, but more keeping it rustic, I should say. And I don't know, adding like ribbon and stuff like this makes it so magical. I mean, spinners are a must nowadays. I absolutely love them, and little things like that make such a big difference. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do like it, thumbs it up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to see how I did this, just keep watching. So the very first thing before we get started, you want to make sure your tree is fully fluffed, your lights are all working, and if you do want to put up any extra lights, I do suggest putting that up first. I love a pre-lit tree. I don't want to worry about adding any extra lights, but you're more than welcome to. And I love artificial trees because of that reason. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have your tree fluffed, because you don't want, your branches to look like that and all smashed. You really want it to cover everywhere. You want it going up, down, side to side, and make sure you can't really see into the tree. So like, I mean, to a certain extent, like when we start putting the ornaments in, you want it to have depth, but you want it to look hidden at the same time. So you don't want to be able to like look straight through your tree. So make sure you bring some branches up, if you know what I mean, and just make sure everything looks like a real tree would. Okay, so when I store everything away, when I'm done the year before, the way I put everything away is the way it's going to be going back up on the tree. So the very last thing I take down are, the bushes, or what I like to call as fillers, to make your tree look a lot fatter than it is. That's usually going to be the very first thing that goes back up into the tree, then my ribbon, then my ornaments. So when I take everything down, it's the ornaments first, then the ribbon, then the branches. So that's just what I do. It works the best for me. So let's get started with my branches. Okay. So I did go to Hobby Lobby today and get a whole bunch of more branches. So while I put the other ones in, Mommy-in-law is helping me take the tags off. So, all right, let's start off with the ones I got here. I have a whole bunch of different ones. I like it when I have, a little bit of everything everywhere. I don't want it to all look the same. So every year I go and buy new ones, add to my collection, and it just makes it fun. So I got, some with little glitters and sparkles and everything in between. So you can just randomly put them wherever. Just gives a little more pizzazz. And check out these ones right here that I got from Hobby Lobby today. Really built-in ornaments, you guys. I meant glued on ornaments. Oh my gosh, I'm way too excited. For $4. This is why I love Hobby Lobby, because these are just amazing. Don't you agree? So now I'm gonna go ahead and add in the ribbon. So this is the one I'm using. It is a really large Is it an 18-inch ribbon? I'm not quite sure, but this is what I love this stuff. It is amazing. I highly recommend this one, and it's really fun to work with. So this is the one I'll be using today. Okay, so when I start my ribbon, I like to obviously start from the very, very top, and this is what I like to do. Okay, so I just I grab the edges, and I kind of cheat because I just kind of shove it into the tree. And I just kind of, like, let's say if I wanted to start right here, I'm going to take an actual branch and just twist it, just kind of hold that ribbon in place, if you kind of understand what I'm saying. So if you guys can see, I just take the ribbon and I bend the branch back so it kind of grabs it and it just keeps it in place. Super simple. So basically, I just take it and I just kind of grab it, and then the way it kind of lays is the way it lays. Hold it one more time. Now I have my ribbon all done. I love it how it's just pretty and big, and it makes your tree look even fluffier. And you know, even if you have a skinny tree, a ribbon can really make it look bigger than it really is. So now that that's done, time for ornaments. So when I pack my ornaments, I like to just use tissue paper because it does take up some less room. But what I do is I pack everything by color. So here I have, like, you know, my clears, my pine cones, my golds, and then on the bottom layer I have all gold, and under that I have all my browns. So that's how I put them up on the tree. I do everything by color. So when I start decorating my tree, I always start by adding the larger ornaments on the bottom. I usually pack these last for some odd reason. So when it comes to that, I just kind of, you know, place them so when they hang, you know, you could move it up, but they hang freely, and I kind of like that, and it makes your tree look like it's, you know, even fuller on the bottom. So I'm going to add these. Okay, and then you also want to hide some ornaments inside your tree to give your tree more depth. And when you look at your tree from far away, it'll look like you have all these ornaments inside, and it just gives it more of like a wow factor. So I definitely love to do that. And then I love to use these rotators, and what they are, basically you just replace one of the little bulbs with this, and then it has a little spinner on it. So then you just put a shiny ornament and it spins it around, and it makes it look super magical. So I like to use quite a few of them. I think they're really fun, and it's like, I think they're like $4. So I like to use about, I think I have like 6 or 7 on my tree. Okay, so now that I have put all the ornaments on my tree, I'm going to go ahead and add my icicles. I do collect them over the years, so I don't have, like, you know, all the same ones. I think it gives your tree a little bit more character. So now I'm going to put these up. Now you want to make sure that when you do hang an ornament, you hang it on a branch where it can hang freely. You want to make sure you push any ribbon or any other branch out of its way, or when you have artificial trees, you can actually bend the branches, bring them up a little higher, so there's nothing underneath it and it just sits nicely and it looks like it's kind of floating in a way. But that's one of my biggest tips to having a well decorated tree. Now, of course, your final step would be adding your tree skirt, but before we do that, we need to vacuum up the mess that we got down here.